Level 1. The mailbox. You are 16. You love your parents deeply. Every Sunday, your family shares a warm roast dinner at a small wooden table. Your father tells bad jokes. You laugh. The house feels incredibly safe. But love does not pay the mortgage. Your parents work grueling physical jobs to keep the house. They leave at 7 in the morning. They return at 6 in the evening. You walk home from the high school at 3. For 3 hours every day, you completely control the empty house. You want a pair of expensive designer sneakers. You know your father stresses over the electric bill. You refuse to ask for money. You search a digital forum for cheap replicas. An anonymous vendor sends you a direct message. He sells the exact shoes you want. You type that you cannot afford them. He types, "Accept one heavy box for me and your shoes are free." He says he needs a residential address to bypass commercial shipping tariffs. To a 16-year-old, this sounds like a victimless internet life hack. You calculate the physical risk. The postal worker arrives at 4. Your parents arrive at 6. The 3-hour window is a perfect shield. You type your home address into the chat box. You just gave a transnational syndicate the physical coordinates to your front door. The parental vacuum is officially breached. Level 2. The first drop. You are 16. A white commercial delivery truck parks outside your house on a Tuesday. The driver drops a heavy cardboard box onto your front porch. You drag the box inside the quiet hallway. It is sealed with thick layers of clear plastic tape. The vendor sends a digital shipping label to your phone. You print it on your father's cheap inkjet printer. You tape the new label directly over the old one. You carry the heavy box 3 blocks to a local shipping store. You place it on the counter. The clerk scans it. You walk home. 4 days later, a second package arrives. It contains pristine designer sneakers. They smell like fresh leather. That evening, you sit on the couch between your parents. You watch a comedy show on television. You wear the new shoes. Your father smiles and compliments them. You lie. You say you fixed broken laptop screens for classmates to earn the cash. He rests a heavy, warm hand on your shoulder. He is proud of your work ethic. A sharp guilt hits your chest. Your smartphone vibrates in your pocket. The vendor offers you $300 physical dollars a week to reroute more boxes. You look at your mother sorting past due utility bills at the kitchen table. You type the word yes. You become a logistics pawn. You convince yourself you are a provider. Level 3. The broken tape. You are 17. The volume scales up rapidly. You process 3 heavy boxes every single afternoon. You intercept them on the porch. You swap the labels. You ship them out. The vendor pays you in cryptocurrency. You convert it to physical cash. You secretly slip crisp $20 bills into your mother's purse while she sleeps. She thinks she miscounted her wages. She smiles for the first time in weeks. Your family eats a massive Sunday dinner. You feel like the invisible protector of this house. But the physical world does not run on perfect digital algorithms. It is a rainy Thursday. The commercial delivery truck is severely delayed. The truck drops 2 massive boxes on the wet porch at exactly 5:45. Your parents will be home in 15 minutes. You rush outside into the heavy rain. You lift the bottom box. The cardboard is soaked. You drag it across the doorframe. The wet cardboard completely tears open. A thick silver vacuum-sealed bag falls onto the wooden floor with a heavy thud. The plastic tears. Thousands of identical blue pills spill across the hallway. The harsh chemical smell of acetone fills the house. The illusion of the victimless crime shatters instantly. You are staring at a federal trafficking sentence. Bright headlights sweep across the living room window. Your father's car parks in the driveway. The front doorknob begins to turn. Level 4, the cover-up. You are 17. The heavy brass doorknob clicks open. You violently kick the torn cardboard box into the dark hallway closet. You throw your heavy winter coat directly over the spilled blue pills. You slam the closet door shut just as the front door opens. Your father steps inside. He shakes rain off his dark blue work jacket. He gives you a genuine, tired smile. He asks about your day. You smile back. Your heart hammers against your ribs like a trapped bird. He walks into the kitchen. The sharp chemical smell of acetone lingers in the air. You wait until midnight. The house is completely quiet. You open the closet. You scoop the pills into a heavy plastic trash bag using rubber gloves. You tape the box shut. You walk it to a commercial drop box in the freezing rain. You return to your dark bedroom. You open the encrypted chat app. You type, "I am done. Do not send another box." The screen shows the vendor typing. A photograph appears on your screen. It is a picture of your mother walking to her car at the local grocery store. A second message drops. "See you tomorrow at 3. The internet life hack is over. You are a hostage in your own home. You sit on the edge of your bed. You cry in absolute silence. You cannot call the police. The police will arrest your parents for the narcotics inside the house. You must protect your family alone. You do not quit. You survive. The boxes keep arriving. Level 5. The birthday. You are 18. The volume of boxes doubles. You control the front porch like a military checkpoint. Your family celebrates your 18th birthday in the bright kitchen. Your mother bakes a chocolate cake. She places 18 candles on top. Your parents sing to you. They look at you with pure, absolute love. You blow out the candles. You feel like a dead man walking. You smile for a photograph. Your pocket vibrates with a new dark web tracking number. You cannot eat the cake. Your stomach is tied into a tight physical knot. The paranoia infects the warm Sunday dinners. You do not laugh at your father's jokes anymore. You stare constantly through the living room window at every passing car. You realize the vendor is using you as a disposable physical shield. If the federal government intercepts a package, they raid your house. If a rival crew wants to steal a package, they kick down your door. Your family is sitting on top of an active landmine. You are the one who armed it. You look at your father sleeping peacefully in his worn armchair. You vow to dismantle the bomb. You begin to study the dark web shipping logistics. You look for the digital fingerprint of the anonymous vendor. You map the exact routing codes he uses. You buy an encrypted burner laptop with physical cache. You start building a digital trap. Level 6. The architect. You are 19. You stop acting like a terrified teenager. You start thinking like a logistics manager. You connect to the internet through a public coffee shop 3 miles away. You do not touch your home router. You analyze the shipping labels the vendor sends you every day. You study the routing numbers, the drop locations, and the final destination zip codes. The vendor thinks he is a ghost, but moving heavy physical objects leaves a physical trail. You realize the vendor uses a network of fake corporate accounts to pay for postage. You download a digital packet sniffer. You trace the IP address attached to the vendor's encrypted chat handle. It bounces through 3 different servers in Eastern Europe, but the final connection node is a residential internet provider in Miami, Florida. The invisible monster threatening your parents is not a cartel boss in a mansion. You map his entire network. You identify 14 other teenage mail drops spread across the country. You hold the entire supply chain in your hands. The vendor sends a new message demanding you accept a shipment of automatic weapons. He threatens to send local muscle to your house if you refuse. You look at your mother washing dishes in the kitchen. You crack your knuckles over the encrypted laptop. You prepare to burn the network down to protect her. Level 7. The reroute. You are 20. The vendor threatens to send armed men to your home. He forces you to accept 3 heavy shipments of synthetic narcotics. You do not panic. You open the encrypted burner laptop. You log into the commercial courier's internal routing database. You exploit the network vulnerability you spent months mapping. You access the master manifest for the 3 inbound packages. You delete your residential home address from the digital barcode. You input a new physical destination for the heavy boxes. You type the exact address of a regional Drug Enforcement Administration field office. You manipulate the barcode data so the tracking app shows a normal residential delivery. You walk downstairs to the bright kitchen. Your mother is cooking a warm Sunday roast. You set the wooden dining table. You smile at your father. 3 hours later, a commercial delivery truck drives right past your front window. 10 miles away, a delivery driver unloads 3 boxes of narcotics directly into a federal lobby. You sit in your living room. You watch television with your parents. You wait for the digital trap to snap shut. You use the massive weight of the federal government as your personal shield. The encrypted app on your phone stays quiet for exactly 24 hours. You are no longer a scared teenager. You are a digital architect. You weaponized pure bureaucracy. Then, the screen violently lights up. Level 8. The ghost. You are 21. It is Sunday evening. Your mother pulls a warm roast out of the oven. Your father tells a bad joke at the small wooden table. Your smartphone vibrates aggressively in your pocket. The vendor checks the digital delivery signature on the official courier website. The digital signature explicitly belongs to a federal DEA evidence intake officer. Absolute panic floods the vendor's encrypted messages. He asks if federal tactical teams kicked down your front door. You play completely dumb. You type, "No. The porch is empty. The house is quiet. What is wrong?" The vendor assumes the federal government compromised his entire logistics pipeline. He believes the DEA is building a massive federal indictment against him. He realizes your home address is a deadly federal trap. He cannot risk the connection. The encrypted chat box shows the vendor typing frantically. Then, the chat window goes entirely blank. The vendor permanently deletes his encrypted account. He wipes his digital servers. He burns his dark web marketplace to the ground. He completely erases his own criminal empire to avoid arrest. You walk out to the cold garage. You physically smash the burner laptop into sharp pieces with a heavy iron hammer. You walk back inside the warm, bright kitchen. You pass a plate of food to your father and smile. Your family is perfectly safe, and they will never know how close they came to destruction. Level 9. The Ghost's Reward. You are 25. The dark web vendor never contacts you again. You never receive another package. The front porch stays empty. You convert your hidden cryptocurrency into legal physical cash. You pay off the final balance of your parents' mortgage. Your parents cry tears of absolute joy in the bright living room. Your father hugs you tight. Your mother kisses your cheek. They tell you that you are a miracle. They call you a good son. You force a smile. Your stomach twists into a tight, sick knot. You are a good son who moved heavy narcotics through their hallway. You are a good son who put a federal target on their front door. You saved them, but you can never tell them the truth. You carry a heavy, invisible weight every time you look at them. You protect their peace by completely isolating yourself inside a lie. You move out of the house. You rent a small apartment downtown. You work a normal, boring job in corporate logistics. You check the dark web forums every month out of pure paranoia. You see new usernames posting the exact same shipping scams. You realize you did not kill the monster. You only forced the monster to change its digital address. You beat the system, but you know the brutal math of the internet. For every kid who escapes the trap, 10,000 more walk right into it. The machine does not stop. It just finds a new front porch. The parental vacuum is infinitely renewable. Level 10. The next mailbox. You are 30. You sit in a quiet coffee shop drinking black coffee. You are completely safe. You survived. But 3,000 miles away, the sun rises over a different quiet neighborhood. A new mother prepares for a grueling shift at a massive retail store. She leaves a plate of food on the kitchen counter for her son. She kisses his forehead. She tells him she loves him deeply. She walks out the front door. She locks the heavy brass deadbolt. She drives away, believing her 16-year-old son is perfectly safe. Inside the quiet, empty house, the boy sits alone at the kitchen table. He is a good kid. He knows his mother worries about money. He wants a new video game console, but he refuses to ask her to pay for it. He opens his smartphone. He searches an online forum for cheap electronics. His fingers fly across the glowing digital screen. An anonymous user with no profile picture sends him a direct message. The vendor offers him the exact video game console he wants. The boy types that he cannot afford the price. The chat bubble shows the anonymous user typing a reply. A cold, glowing white message appears on the digital screen. "Accept one heavy box for me, and the console is free." The boy calculates the physical risk. The postal worker arrives at 4. His mother arrives at 6. He thinks it is a victimless internet life hack. He smiles, opens the chat box, and types his home address.